Hello viewers, and welcome once again to this series on laboratory measurement in public health engineering. In our previous programs, we had seen as how do we measure various properties of water in laboratory. Now, in all such cases, we need to take the water sample to the laboratory and using appropriate instrument like pH meter, conductivity meter, DO meter, etc., we measure the concerned parameters. Sometime it is necessary or it is required to measure these impurities in the field itself. Now, this can be done by using a simple instrument called water analysis kit. Water analysis kit is a simple instrument which can be used to simultaneously measure various impurities like pH value, conductivity, total dissolved solids and temperature, etc. The instrument comprises of various controls. The instrument can be operated using electric supply or a battery supply in case it is used in field. The reading is displayed here. The control panel is divided in number of columns. The first column is for the mode switches. The second column has switches for measurement relating to conductivity or TDS. The third for pH value. The fourth column for dissolved oxygen measurement, and then finally we can fix appropriate electrode on the sockets displayed on this column. M1 switch is basically a selector switch to select the concerned parameter which is to be measured. When not in use, we keep in standby. When measuring DO, we will put to DO mode. Likewise, temperature, M2 is for conductivity and M3 is for pH measurement. Now, let us make measurement of conductivity first. So, keep the selector switch to M2 and now the controls on M2 will be applicable. We will first do the calibration of the instrument corresponding to the conductivity cell. Take out the conductivity cell and connect it Now, read the cell constant value, that is 1.0. The same reading should be displayed on the panel. Using cell constant knob, the instrument is now calibrated, and for any water sample we can measure the conductivity by dipping the electrode in the sample. Put the switch to TDS. So, this will measure total dissolved solids value. Now, the value here is 0.192. That means the total dissolved solids are 192 mg per liter. Now, let us measure another parameter, say pH value. First, we will connect the temperature probe and measure the temperature of the sample. Put the selector switch to temperature and read out the value. Now, the temperature of the sample is 23.5 degree centigrade. Connect the pH electrode select to M3 mode and also from standby to pH. Now, we will calibrate the instrument corresponding to the solution of known concentration. Say, let us first take standard buffer solution of pH value 4. Now, using the asymmetric knob, we will adjust the display to read 4. Now, should you require better accuracy, we can calibrate it against another pH buffer of known concentration. So, now we use a pH buffer of 7. So, take the electrode, wash it with distilled water, gently wipe. Now, dip it into the pH buffer of 7 value and the value here is 7.02. So, we can adjust to read 7, and now the instrument is calibrated to make pH measurements. So, take out the pH electrode and dip it into the sample to read the pH value. The pH value of the sample is 7.35. So, this is how we can make the measurements of different impurities. In the same manner, if we want to measure dissolved oxygen, we will connect the GO electrode and following the standard procedure, after calibrating the instrument, we can read the DO value. The instrument is quite convenient to be carried to the field. Now, we will see another similar type of equipment, but with a better precision and accuracy. Various models of water analysis kit are available. What we had just seen is a basic and very simple type kit. Now, we have a microprocessor based advanced model. This is one such type of kit. In addition to making measurements for water, this kit can make measurements of the same parameter for soils also. Now let us see various controls and components of this kit. It has a power switch. The instrument can be operated either on electric supply or using the batteries fitted within. There is an inbuilt charger to keep the batteries charged. There are various function switches. The mode switch is used to put the instrument in appropriate mode of measurement that we select, like pH, conductivity or DO. When the displayed data is to be selected, we use enter key. The two arrows are used either to increase or decrease the displayed value or proceed to the next displayed parameter. When you want to exit from the selected menu, press escape. Store and out keys are for the purpose of storage of data and sending the data to the printer. The various information is displayed on this screen. We have sockets to connect different electrodes: pH, conductivity, TDS or salinity, DO and temperature. There is a socket for the printer if the data is to be printed. Various electrodes or sensors are stored behind this panel. Let us see how various impurities can be measured using this kit. Now first we will measure pH value. Now switch on the instrument. The instrument carries out a self-test, and in case of any malfunctioning or error, the information will be displayed on the screen. Now take out pH electrode and we connect it to the appropriate socket. Now here it displays pH and the cursor is against this value. If I press enter, the instrument will go to pH mode. The cursor is on read. Bring it to calibration mode and press enter. Now this displays auto and manual. Bring it to manual mode. Now dip the electrode in buffer 1, that is of pH value 7. You should check that the electrode is clean and without any deposit. Now press enter. Now it asks for the temperature probe to be connected. So we will connect the temperature knob. And dip it . Now it displays the pH value of the solution. If it matches correctly with this value, then we will press the enter. Otherwise, using these two switches we can increase or decrease the value. Now pH is 7 and the same value is displayed. Let us press enter. So it displays some millivolt. Again press enter, and now it asks to dip the electrode in buffer 2. So buffer 2 is of value 4. The temperature electrode should also be dipped. Press enter, and the displayed value should match with the pH value of the buffer solution. Now press enter again. Now the calibration is done and the instrument is ready for use. Now we can measure the pH value by simply dipping the electrode in the sample. And press enter to go in read mode. Slowly the reading will stabilize, and at that moment we shall note the pH value. The pH value is 7.81 and the temperature is 19.3 degrees centigrade. Now we needn't apply the temperature correction to this value because the instrument has inbuilt automatic temperature correction facility. Now we continue to measure the conductivity and total dissolved solids. Now to go out of this mode, press escape. Now select the EC-TDS mode, that is electrical conductivity and TDS mode. Press enter. Now if you want to measure conductivity, press enter here and the instrument goes to conductivity mode. Take out the electrode and connect it to the appropriate socket. The cell constant of this electrode is 1.03. Now go to set parameter mode, enter. Now go to change mode, enter, and it displays certain value. If it is same as this cell constant, we press enter, otherwise we may change. Now we dip the electrode in the sample and in the read mode press enter. The conductivity of the sample is 0.295 millisiemens at 19.2 degree centigrade. Now, using the same cell, we can measure the total dissolved solids. So, we press escape and then select TDS mode. Now, since we have already calibrated the electrode, therefore, we can directly go to read mode. Now, simply press enter against read mode. The TDS value is 0.206 ppt. Now, let us measure the last parameter using this instrument, that is dissolved oxygen. So, connect the DO electrode to the socket . Now, press escape and go to DO mode. Now, go to calibration mode and dip the electrode in sodium sulphide solution which has no dissolved oxygen. Now, press enter . Now, the instrument demands the electrode to be put in a standard solution of known concentration. We are using double distilled water as the standard solution, and at 19.2 degrees centigrade the oxygen solubility is 9.2 ppm. So, we will adjust this value on the panel. Now, dip the DO probe in standard solution . That is deionized water, and press enter. Again press enter and the calibration is complete. Now, to measure DO value, put the electrode in the sample . And press enter selecting read. The dissolved oxygen value of the sample is 11.6 ppm. Thus, you have seen that the instrument is very convenient to use and it can measure many parameters simultaneously. We can take the instrument to the field because it can be operated on a battery. Therefore, it is very convenient to make measurements for various samples like that of a lake, pond or other water body. Thank you and goodbye.